Most men will never get ahead in life. And it's not because they're cursed. It's not because they have bad luck. It's because they never truly wake up. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you want more out of your life. And not just the corny, dream big shit. I'm talking about waking up every day and having real confidence. Looking in the mirror and liking the man that's looking back. The feeling of having true direction. So today I'm going to show you how to get ahead of 99% of guys. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I used to be on that other side, man. The side of wasting time, the side of being mentally weak, the side of potential, but never any progress. So we're going to start with the most important thing. You got to fix your mental health. It's not the porn. It's not the food. It's not the weed. It's not the girls that you keep chasing and lusting over that you want but you can't have. Those are just symptoms of the real problem. The real problem is your mental health is fucked up. You're constantly overstimulated. Your attention span is fried. You can't even sit quietly in a room for 10 minutes without itching to check your phone. Most of y'all don't even realize that you're not even sad about your own life. Like, you literally will wake up and tell yourself you're depressed, but the only reason you're feeling that way is because you are trained to keep on scrolling, compare yourself to someone else's sadness, and now all of a sudden you feel like shit. As cliche as it sounds, you guys have to learn how to put that phone down, because it's not just a distraction. It is literally turning you into somebody that you don't even know. Every time you're just sitting there mindlessly scrolling on your phone, you are literally being forced to care about shit that you didn't even know existed 5 fucking minutes ago. 1 second you're laughing, the next second you're fucking questioning your entire existence because you're comparing yourself to some 16-year-old that drives around in a Lamborghini he made off a fucking YouTube prank video. You don't even know these people in real life, but you're letting what they post dictate how you feel in yours. That is why so many of y'all are depressed, and I'm not talking about clinical depression. Look, I ain't no fucking doctor, so I don't know nothing about that. But you want me to believe that just everybody's fucking clinically depressed. Every single one of y'all, right? When I was fucking 14, before TikTok existed, when I started to feel sad, I wasn't sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm depressed. Bro, I didn't even know what that was. Like, my mind wasn't even go there. I'd just be like, oh, I'm fucking sad today, mad today. I don't know. And that's why I genuinely feel bad for some of y'all, because you don't even realize it. But the reason you're depressed is because everyone on the internet is saying they're depressed. Like, no. Don't let other people's depression fool you into thinking that you have a bad life. You feel stuck, anxious, and lost in life because you're comparing yourself to somebody else's highlight reel. Understand that, bro. Social media is literally a fucking big ass highlight reel for everybody. Even me, somebody that prides himself in trying to be as authentic as possible, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking bullshit you guys like I show every increment of my life or talk about everything that I'm going through. And even when I do, I guarantee you it was either 10 times worse or 10 times better than how I could ever express it, because it's me in the real world dealing with real problems. Because no matter what I'm going through, positive or negative, you're never gonna be able to truly grasp or understand what I'm feeling through a YouTube video, through a picture, through a whatever the fuck. And I'm telling you this as a content creator.
But Berto, isn't that hypocritical? Like, don't you post videos trying to impact people?
Yeah, bro, but this is literally my job. I love making videos. I love inspiring people. I love animating and talking about my life. I love being vulnerable and potentially seeing some feedback that says, hey, bro, you inspire me to do great things. That's me. That's my job. But outside of me creating this content, I'm not sitting here going through TikTok for my entertainment every day. I'm not lusting after fucking OF girls on IG that don't even know I exist. I'm not commenting on their fucking pictures. I'm not liking their pictures. I don't even follow them. I'm not sitting there constantly comparing myself to other creators thinking that I'm not good enough because I don't have as much followers or likes as them.
Damn, maybe I'm not good enough.
Like, what? I'm also not gonna sit here and act like I never have moments of insecurity, but that's not the point. You constantly living like this and consuming all this content nonstop, it is gonna break your fucking mindset, bro. If you don't start shutting these doors, soon it's gonna start to define you. Y'all need to go outside, be a kid again, have fun, kind of like have this carefree mindset about you. When was the last time you went to the park? As cliche as it sounds, when was the last time that you literally just walked around aimlessly at a park just because, just enjoying nature? As fucking cliche as it sounds, they're like, oh, fucking go touch grass, bro. Yeah, like literally, bro. Go touch some fucking grass. When was the last time you just did something that had nothing to do with anybody else and you just did it because you wanted to? Most of your problems, they're not even real. You just picked them up from the internet, bro. Somebody self-diagnosed themselves from somebody else on the internet, and now you're sitting there getting that information and saying, oh yeah, that sounds like me, so I must be depressed. I must be just like that person. Stop obsessing with the negative. Reconnect with yourself, because life starts working when your mind starts working. The second way to get ahead of 99% of men, and I've said it a million times, you guys are probably tired of me saying it, but I'll say it a fucking again. I don't care. Get in the gym. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I'll be honest, I wasn't always good. I was just always tall and, pretty athletic. So coaches would just take a chance at me, and that's how I made a lot of my early basketball teams. I couldn't dribble. I couldn't catch. If you gave me the ball, I'm dribbling off my fucking kneecaps. I fucking suck. I literally remember getting subbed into games, and I was the kid that they would clap for out of pity. You know those kids? Yeah. Like, they only do that for the special kids, bro. No offense to like my special need guys out there, but it's just like, that was me playing basketball in like 6th grade. So I remember one day after practice, my coach had pulled me aside and he was like, Berto, God damn it, man. It's like you have all the potential in the world, but you just don't even look like you believe you belong out there on that court. And then I remember he said something that I'll never forget. He was like, I don't care if you can't afford it. I'm going to send you $115. Go get yourself a new pair of Jordan shoes or some ball shoes and just watch how you ball out tomorrow. He said that to me, and then he literally gave me $115 cash. So I'm like super hyped now. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to go get some new shoes. And I didn't even realize it till like later on, but what he was talking about, it really had nothing to do with the shoes, but it was the placebo effect. And sure enough, when I showed up to practice the next day with my new shoes, bro, I felt amazing. I was super hyped up. I was just so excited. Coach, got these for me. And, my energy was just different, bro. And I had the best practice I've ever had. Now, let me be clear. I still fucking sucked. It wasn't like Michael Jordan, drink the secret sauce and all of a sudden I'm fucking like Mike Duncan and shit. Like, no, I still suck, but I had the best practice I ever had. And then, coach came up to me again and was like, look at you, man. You had it in you all along, son. The shoes just had to help you feel it a little bit. And that's when it hit me. How you look strongly influences how you feel. And how you feel, God damn it, it is pretty much a guarantee to show you how you're going to perform. You owe it to yourself to feel good, to feel strong, to carry yourself around like somebody that gives a damn. Let me show you something. This was me in 2018. Skinny fat, bird chest, zero presence. This is me now. I don't even need to say anything else. I want you to ask yourself, which version of me is more confident, more focused, more likely to attack the day and get to it? Exactly, bro. You want to stand out amongst your peers and be ahead of 99% of men? Get in the fucking gym. Build your body. It's not going to happen overnight. But here's the catch. It makes me sick to my stomach when I hear people say, well, I don't even like the gym, bro. I'm not a gym bro. I feel like it's cringe. I don't want it to be my personality. Bro, if you go to the gym like consistently for 1 year, bro, 1 year, you're already going to look 10 times better than a lot of these people, bro. There's guys out there that have literal man titties. Like, they might be one of you. One of you watching this video literally has man titties and fucking love handles. Bro, what the fuck? Now, I know some of y'all are born differently. I'm not trying to body shame nobody, but you're going to literally sit there and lie to yourself and say that's like the version of you that you're proud of. Like, you look in the mirror every day and you're like, I love how I look. And I'm not talking about self-hate. I'm not talking about appreciating the fact that you're alive and, you're able. But even if that's the case, if you can honestly say that you appreciate that you are here on this earth and you have all your limbs and you are blessed, you're going to honestly look in the mirror every day with man titties as a man and love handles and, fucking back rolls. And say, yes, this is the guy that deserves to be ahead of 99% of men. No, bro. You can't even look in the mirror and say that. But you build that body, you start making progress, even if you're not even 100% there yet. When you start making that progress and you put in the work and you start building yourself, all of a sudden you start to kind of believe the nigga in the mirror. You're like, hold up. When I started, I looked like this, but I'm starting to look like, oh, I might be able to do this shit. And then when you look back at your old pictures and you look at how you look now and you accomplished some shit. You accomplished it. You built the dream physique. Now when you look in the mirror, you're probably going to be telling yourself, oh, that nigga can do anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. And you know what blows my fucking mind is a lot of those guys that say they don't like the gym. If you were to build your body just once, you can maintain it for the rest of your life without having to like be this gym bro in the gym every single day. If you're not trying to be like a bodybuilder or some type of competition or something like that, like, bro, you can just maintain a good body and you'd be ahead of most men that just fucking sit on their ass and don't do anything. Like, sure, some guys have good genetics, but I'm somebody that's considered decent genetics. I showed you my before and after pictures. Like, if you just have great genetics and you don't fucking work it, like, you could still be fucking average, bro. If anything, you kind of, I feel like what's worse than like a fat guy is a skinny guy that almost looks like he can look good, but he still just has like this fucking bird chest, is awkward as fuck, long ass arms. Yeah, me. I'm describing me. If you couldn't tell, that was me, bro. The gym isn't just about aesthetics, even though for me, that was like a big part. Like, I wanted to look better so I could feel better, but it's also about momentum. Like I said earlier, when you go in and you start seeing that progress, all of a sudden something changes in your brain. Like, wait, I am in control. I can do something to change my life. I can, influence what happens to me. And it genuinely is one of the only places in life where you can control the outcome, bro. There's so many other things in this life that we can't control. People coming in and out of our lives, people disrespecting us, people not liking us. But eating healthy, taking care of your body, that's literally like one of the only things you can control. But a lot of y'all don't even try to fucking control it. What do you think is going to happen? Once you start seeing progress in the mirror, your mind is going to start demanding progress in every other spot in your life. Number 3 on this list is you want to go and get more life experience. How do I stand out from 99% of guys? Go live more. It doesn't really matter how smart you are. You're not interesting because of what you know. You're interesting because of what you've been through. You're interesting because of the scars that you've obtained over the years. You're interesting because of the trauma that you've been through. Guys, you watch me, right? Just take it as surface level as possible. You guys come to my channel and you watch Berto when he uploads. And I get on here, especially if you're like an early Berto supporter. I get on here and I talk about my life. I tell you guys the funny stories of the things that I've been through. I've told you guys about the shortcomings that I've been through. I tell you about the losses I've had in my family. I've opened up about, feeling sad, feeling down, and, all these traumatic, terrible things that have happened to me. Some funny, some serious, some not so serious. I'm getting older, so they tend to be a little bit more serious. Now I'm giving a lot of advice. Do you think I could do any of this if I just didn't go through anything? Like, a lot of you guys are running from experience when it is experience that adds to the value of who you are as a person. Y'all wouldn't take anything I say seriously if you didn't know that I've been through these things. It is the stories, it is the things that I've overcome, the bad shit that has happened to me, that I'm able to come on here and reflect and be like, look, this is where I was at, this is what happened to me, and this is where I'm at now. Even when you're dealing with women, like, what is so interesting about you? So you go to school, so you watch YouTube videos, so you play video games. What else can you bring to the conversation? You have no stories, you have no chaos, you have no scars, no physical scars. Even if you lost your fucking arm, like, that's dope as fuck. You'd be like, yo, what happened? What happened to my arm? Yo, bro, yeah, I remember there was this one guy that I used to go to school with, His name was Giovanni. I hope he doesn't mind me telling this story, but bro, he used to be dope as fuck. He literally only had like fucking 3 fingers. And I was like, yo, what happened? And he's like, yeah, man, you know, one time I was doing the mowing the lawn, and he fucking chopped his fingers off mowing the lawn. And it's just like, what the fuck? That's so crazy. It's such a wild thing. And, you know, it's random as fuck. Like, but that's something that he, you know, obviously there's probably some shortcomings that came with that, but he gets to walk around and have an interesting story to tell. Like, you guys are, you know, running from conflict. I'm not saying that you should fucking go and do that, obviously. Like, I'm glad I have my fingers, right? But it's, what I'm trying to say is, the things that you are scared of can also be part of the reason why you stand out in the crowd. The reason that, you know, it's like, whoa, what happened to that guy? And you'll be surprised how women gravitate towards that. Like, oh, why do you have that scar? Like, oh, what happened to your fingers? Oh, what happened to your arm? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. These are conversations. These are, you know, things that can make you really stand out. Women want to hear about how you fucking snuck out of your parents' house and got caught up in some bullshit. Women want to hear about the time that you flew to a different country and did X, Y, and Z. Women want to know that their niggas actually been through some shit and overcame it, and they're sitting there right in front of them living to tell the tale. Because some people don't. Some people don't survive. Some people don't live to tell the tale. But here you are, here you are but here you are, a masculine ass nigga that was able to overcome the bullshit and still be here, breathing, surviving, and living to tell the tale. So to be clear again, I'm not fucking saying to go out here and look for trauma and look to start problems, because again, like, life is unpredictable. You never know when God's gonna pull your card. So I'm not going to endorse that in any way, shape, or form. But what I will say is, you have to be comfortable getting out of your comfort zone, bro. You have to get up and go experience life. Even me, I am getting older and wanting to, like, I need to experience more. I need to do more. I need to prioritize getting out of this room and not only fucking recording videos all day. Again, I love this. I'm passionate about this. This is my purpose, right? But it takes a lot of time away from the real world. So we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out together. You got to get outside. Go fucking book a trip somewhere. Go by yourself. Go with one of your homies. If you're in a relationship, take your girl. Just do something spontaneous. Who gives a fuck if you can't afford it? Don't let money be the reason why you don't do something, because you'll always make the money back. Something that I've been living by as of late, you know, is I'm not homeless yet. I still got lights on. I still ate today. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. If you're watching this fucking video, I don't care what you're going through, you're blessed. You have a phone, you have Wi-Fi, you have internet. You probably ate something today, even if it was not a lot. Your situation could be so much worse. So stop stressing. Everything's going to be okay. Just do what you want to do. Go have fun. Go experience life. Go overcome something. Without y'all watching my videos, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. But I just got to be honest. Do you think I became successful in life by sitting here and watching videos all day on how to become like alpha? No, bro. I don't think, until I started making advice videos, and obviously like I'll go see what like other content creators are doing. Like, I never once in my entire life have ever searched how to be more alpha. Like, that's the cringiest shit. I think I don't even consider myself an alpha male. Like, that shit's fucking lame as fuck. More alpha? Now, if I'm being like objectively honest, like, I'm not so ignorant or arrogant to say that I understand that there are more alpha people out there. I understand that there's more masculine people out there, more feminine people out there, and I align myself as a more masculine man, 100%. But I'm not over here trying to red pill, blue pill, or be like this super alpha guy. Like, no, that's fucking weird. I got better by taking risk. And sometimes I had to pay. Woo! Sometimes those risk, boy, you put your hand on that stove and that shit, this shit hot. Trust me, I done got burnt plenty of times taking risk. But God is good. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm thriving. I'm striving. You know what I'm saying? That's what it takes, bro. Go get some experiences. If you want to get ahead of 99% of men, it's that simple. Heal your mind. Go in the gym. Get some life experiences. Because most people are just sitting on their fucking ass, doing nothing.
Where you at, Berto?